Welcome back to Rants. And when I was a kid, child abuse was considered building character. As you know, folks, I'm a connoisseur of cartoon lewdness. It's no secret. I've blinded by it plenty of times in the past. I even make my own. As you know, we Rule 34 artists are just like everybody else, just trying to get by and make the world a more peaceful place. By drawing all of your favorite cartoon characters getting gangbanged. There's methods to our madness. But still, no matter how much we try to show our personalities are not like our artwork, you still get the people who want to demonize us. Case in point, the Medium article, Kids TV has a porn problem. This article is a migraine and a half to read, and attacks us artists of Rule 34 for supposedly indoctrinating kids. Yeah, I had to suffer through it, and I'm taking y'all with me. Link to the article below if you want to read it for yourself, but they forgot to put a warning at the start that it might cause brain damage, so I'm warning y'all for it. Ain't that nice of me? The whole article is about a person going on a spiel about how children's animation is full of pervs who are open about porn, and are in turn getting kids indoctrinated. In other words, it's a load of crap. Well, normally I'd ignore articles like this, but due to recent events, I feel it needs to be addressed, because it gives people fuel to freak out about drawings on paper. No, Billy, don't throw rocks at horny people. Bad Billy! Does your mother know you're making lewd gestures at me? Billy, you're much too young to know what that word means. Billy? Bill! So long story short, a crew member of the new Disney cartoon Amphibia shared a fan art of one of the girl characters blushing along with the main villain. I assume. I'm a little behind on the show. I'm a busy man, cut me some slack. Oh my god! How lewd! Ban it! Ban all art! Seriously? Is this all it takes for crybabies to throw temper tantrums nowadays? 2 characters blushing? Slap some damn censor bars on that. This led the hashtag, it's not just a drawing, to spread. Hate to break it to you, but it's just a drawing. The article makes ludicrous claims, like reaming Kyle Carosa, the creator of Mighty Magiswords, for following porn stars on his Twitter, cause heaven forbid a grown man follow porn stars on his own Twitter. And one thing that ticked me off is, he brought up a scenario of a kid loving Justice League action, and looking up the character designer for it, discovering his nudie girl art. He doesn't even mention the artist by name, he just mentions I worked with John K. Yeah, just because some artist worked for that piece of crap, that means they're all bad. His name is Shane Glines, you moron, and his art is so tame that even Instagram allows it. Instagram. And I just love how this article tries to paint Zone Sama getting work in the industry as a bad thing just because he started out doing pornographic animations on Newgrounds. Ain't that just how animators get noticed, make their own stuff, and that in turn leads them to professional jobs? That's so inspiring. So what if he made porn? I'm pretty sure the professionals don't care, and I'm glad they don't. In this article, it's mentioned how people like Ian JQ and Alex Hirsch are okay with people making pornographic art of their characters. In fact, they joke that people don't make it weird enough. These guys are badass. I'm glad creators nowadays are pretty relaxed when it comes to this kind of artwork. It's like they know they can't stop it, and saying they hate it is only going to cause an influx of it to happen. Nothing causes people to do something more than telling them not to do it. Rage Against the Machine can attest to that. And this article takes considerable amount of time to talk about how Steven Universe is about sexual relationships and how kids shouldn't be dealing with that kind of thing. Also, parodies a child, apparently. I was not told that. Aren't the Gyms ageless? Well, I'm not too familiar with the show, but the little I've seen of it, that's not the vibe I got. I'll let the Steven Universe fans in the comments rip this Arthur apart for me for that one. Go nuts, people. And the article finishes up by saying the industry needs to take more responsibility in ensuring that kids' shows are for kids again. Play the clip. You know it's coming. Play the clip. I said play!
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
It's articles like these that give validation to people who want to try to slam us artists for what we draw. Well, just because it's written in an article doesn't mean it's right. For Pete's sakes, the article was offended by Studio Trigger. Studio Trigger! The fact that there are still artists who get flack for what they draw is pretty aggravating. I get not liking some of the content, but why do you have to try to act like the moral police and defend fake cartoon characters? I wish you people put the same amount of effort into protecting real people. I can't draw a certain character because they're not of legal age. Well, okay, of what country? And that's pretty stupid giving ages to cartoon characters. Well, alright, I'll play to your logic. So, if I draw a character who's 16 in the show, but the show came out 2 years ago, then she's fair game because she's now technically 18. Oh, it don't work that way? Well, if you're going to apply real-life ages to cartoon characters, you should apply real-life aging too. And also, what child? I don't see any child here. All I see is lines and colors on paper. Y'all are the ones making them out to be children. Art is subjective. What's okay to some is not going to be okay to others. But that doesn't mean one person gets to decide what should and shouldn't be allowed. If you ban drawings of cute anime girls getting gangbanged, you should ban these kind of paintings as well. Tell me the difference. I see none. I don't believe people making porn of younger characters means they're kitty diddlers. I believe people who diddle kids are kitty diddlers. Until all the artists you accuse of being kitty diddlers turn out being kitty diddlers, then the burden of proof is on you. And no, you can't use their art as proof. If you play Call of Duty, I guess you're a murderer based on the fact you play Call of Duty. See how stupid your logic sounds now? No, sexuality and bloodlust are not two different things. I've known people who are attracted to cartoon characters more than actual people. So what people draw on paper does not represent them as a person, the same way somebody who's into horror movies or gore isn't a murderous psychopath. Some of people's ideas of what should and shouldn't be allowed makes having standards very difficult. Such is the case of the site Gab, which boasts about being all about free speech and allowing everything, yet they ban drawings of short, flat-chested anime characters. What's funny is, you'll find all kinds of racial slurs and hate speech on the same site, so according to Gab, literal hate speech isn't as bad as drawings of anime characters. Priorities! And I get it, a site can allow whatever they want, but when Twitter is more lenient on content than the supposed free speech Twitter alternative, I think you need to revise your mission statement. And professional animators having dirty sides is nothing new. Since the early days of Disney, everybody working professionally has drawn nude art in some way or another. Cause guess what? That's how artists were taught in school, to draw naked people. That's how you learn anatomy. You don't show up to a life drawing class and the model is covered in a sheet. How does that teach us how the body works? Porn art is stigmatized because the human body is stigmatized. Why can't we do like the Europeans do and acknowledge that the human body is beautiful and not meant to be shamed? They have red light districts over there. Every country has their own Las Vegas, for Pete's sake. I'm going to friggin' Amsterdam after this video. Let pros draw whatever the hell they want on their own damn free time. You're not taking my Chris Sanders and Bruce Timm girls away from me. I won't let you. Rawr! And I hate to break it to you, but artists aren't your babysitters. I make it very clear my artwork is for adults only. If I post my artwork on a website that allows it and kids still find a way to see it, that's not my fault. I shouldn't have to censor myself just because there's a possibility kids will see it. The same way I don't expect alcohol to get banned worldwide just because kids get caught drinking it. Art exists for a reason. For us to do things that we otherwise can't do in real life. What's drawn on paper can't hurt anybody, and to say otherwise is foolish. And that's putting it nicely. If we start censoring art and saying what can and can't be drawn, and start allowing companies to pursue legal action against artists that want to make fan art of characters they love, you know what that's gonna look like? I know this video is gonna fall on a lot of deaf ears. I've grown not to be bothered by people wringing my ass for my art. What are they gonna do? Tweet me to death? But this video is for those who need some validation. Those who do get a lot from naysayers. Those who start to question if what they're doing is right or wrong. Well, let me tell you. It's not wrong. You draw whatever the hell you want. You draw whatever character you want making the hanky-panky. You ain't hurt anybody doing that. Other than the people who don't know the difference between lines on paper and the real thing. Just make sure you don't make porn of real people like Shadman did. Shad, I love you, buddy, but that was a little overboard. That being said, draw, and draw some more. Fill the world with deviancy. Turn the Western world on its head. Stick it to years of Puritan authoritarian persecution. Live and let loot. I'm BenTheLooney. I'm gonna go teach a kid a lesson. Billy, get back here. I'll show you to throw Tide Pods at me. The article makes ludicrous. The article makes ludicrous. Bleh. The article makes ludicrous. Bleh. The article makes ludicrous. The article makes ludicrous. The article makes ludicrous. Why?